It's possible you may have come across some of my past videos in which I've literally referred to the orange menace as being dumb as a rock. And I attribute this to having a Neptune-Mercury square. It's not always going to be the case with every person that has a Neptune-Mercury square. It's just one of the possibilities. So I think in this man's case is absolutely real. And why do I say that? For all kinds of reasons, obviously. And if you watch him, you can pick this up. He is vulgar, he is corrupt, and he's stupid. And you see him in recent videos spewing forth incoherent word salad as he tries to say that Cassidy Hutchinson is totally discredited, which of course she isn't. And so this is where Mercury-Neptune square, you have both an idiot and a liar. But I thought I would say today that something I didn't know, and I think many of us didn't completely understand about the events of January 6th, relate to this idea that, in my mind, I thought the picture was that he incites the crowd to march on the Capitol and do their dirty deeds, but then he was too cowardly to go with them. But now, as it turns out, that wasn't really the case. Seems that he wanted to go with them. And it's curious that the Secret Service lackeys that apparently are full-on Trumpers are disputing the thing about the limousine that he was in, that he tried to reach for the steering wheel and so forth, but they're not disputing the fact that he did want to go to the Capitol. So then this means you're trying to picture the possible scenario he was envisioning or how it might have turned out. One scenario would have him giving a speech outside the Capitol, maybe. But some people have even said, well, no, maybe he wanted to go right into the chamber with these thugs that were armed, presumably to force Mike Pence and the senators to use the corrupt electors and declare him president. But then you have to ask yourself, how is this going to work? How is this going to turn out? You see, if you're going to do a coup, the first order of business in your plan is to make sure that the people with the biggest guns are on your side. And General Milley had said very explicitly in 2020 that he was not going to support him. And it later came out prior to January 6th. I remember reading this, that Milley was as much as stating, we're the ones with the guns. If this thing gets really crazy and he tries something, it's not going to work because we're not going to let him. So then you ask yourself, whatever he was going to do, be it outside the Capitol, inside the Capitol, doing something like this and getting some kind of success around it where you're declared to be something that you're not, would never have stood, and it would have been much worse for him. One can even envision a situation in which all these thugs, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers with Trump, they're inside the Capitol, and then the military is called in to restore order, and you get a kind of siege. And how is that going to end well? I would say it's not going to end well. It's going to end very poorly. So hence my statement that this is yet another massively, massively stupid action where you're not thinking it all the way through. And moving toward an outcome that is plausible. So, in conclusion, as always, corrupt and massively, massively stupid.